Good morning to everyone. Myself B. Tulsi Koteswari Bai, lecturer in chemistry, Sir C.R.R. College for Women, Eluru. I am dealing the subject chemistry for semester 5, paper 5A. In this video, I am explaining unit 5, thermodynamics. In this video, I am explaining the definition of terms. First definition is thermodynamics. The term thermodynamics is made up of two words. One is thermo, another one is dynamics. Thermo means heat and dynamics means motion leading to mechanical work. So thermodynamics means the branch of science which deals with the conversion of heat into mechanical work and vice versa. So thermodynamics may be defined as the branch of science which deals with the quantitative relationships between heat and other forms of energy. Chemical thermodynamics is defined as chemical thermodynamics is that branch of thermodynamics which deals only with chemical changes and chemical substances. So chemical thermodynamics is based on mainly two generalizations known as first and second law of thermodynamics. So now comes to the definition of terms. First term is system. System is defined as any specified portion of matter under study, which is known as a system. The examples for this is, a simple example is water is taken in a beaker, or complex example as water of a polluted lake. Next term is surroundings. The remaining portion of the universe excluding the system is called surroundings. So a system is separated from the surroundings by a real or imaginary boundary through which matter and energy can flow from the system to the surroundings or surroundings to the system. There may be three types of thermodynamic systems. They are isolated or insulated system, closed system and open system. In this open system, both energy and matter can exchange between system and surroundings. Next, in the closed system, only energy can exchange between system and surroundings but not matter exchanges. In isolated system, both matter and energy cannot exchange between system and surroundings. In this isolated system, consider a system consisting of water in contact with its vapor in a closed and insulated vessel, so it can neither lose nor gain water or its vapor, and also heat with its surroundings. Such a system is known as isolated system. In closed system, consider a system consisting of water in contact with its vapor in a closed vessel. So it cannot exchange matter but exchange energy with its surroundings. In open system, consider evaporation of water in a open beaker. Then the matter is here water vapor, will escape into the surroundings while the energy required for the evaporation will be absorbed by the system from its surroundings. So in open system, both matter and energy can exchange from system to surroundings. Such system is known as open system. Next, there may be two types of systems, homogeneous and heterogeneous systems. First of all, we have to know the homogeneous system. A system is said to be homogeneous if it is uniform throughout. That is, it consists of only one phase, it consists of only one layer. Examples for this system are a solution of sugar in water, or air. Air is a mixture of several gases, or a pure solid. These are the homogeneous systems. Next, heterogeneous system. A system is said to be heterogeneous when it is not uniform throughout. That is, it consists of two or more different phases. Examples for this system are a system consisting of two or more immiscible liquids. Next, a solid in contact with a liquid in which it does not dissolve, or a mixture of two or more solids, or a system consisting of liquid and vapor. These consist of two or more different phases. So these are the examples of heterogeneous system. Next definition is macroscopic system and macroscopic properties. Macroscopic system means a system consisting of large number of particles, that is molecules, atoms or ions, is known as macroscopic system. And the properties associated with macroscopic system are called macroscopic properties. The examples for these macroscopic properties are pressure, volume, temperature, viscosity, density, refractive index, etc. Next definition is state of a system. The state of a system is defined only when its macroscopic properties are specified. That is, when the reaction takes place, one or more of the macroscopic properties of the system changes. So, the first and final states of the system are called the initial state and final state respectively. So, to define the state of a system, these macroscopic properties must and should be specified. Next definition is state variables. The macroscopic properties whose values changes the state of a system are called state variables or thermodynamic variables or thermodynamic parameters. So, for example, while changing the temperature, the system changes from one state to another state, or while changing the pressure, the system changes from one state to another. So, while changing the system from one composition to another composition, the state of a system changes. So, these properties are considered as state variables. Out of these variables, the pressure and temperature, which must be necessarily specified to define the state of a system. So, these two are designated as independent variables. While the remaining variables, generally volume, whose values depends upon the pressure and temperature. So, this variable, especially volume, which depends on the pressure, so it is known as dependent state variable. Next definition is extensive and intensive variables or properties. Extensive properties are such that which depends only upon the quantity of the substance or substances present in it. So such properties are known as extensive properties. Examples for this are mass, volume, internal energy, free energy, enthalpy, entropy and heat capacity, etc. Next, intensive property. A property that depends only upon the nature of the substance and not on the amount of substances present in the system. Such property is known as intensive property. That is, which depends only upon the nature of the substance. Common examples are temperature, pressure, concentration, refractive index, viscosity, density, surface tension, specific heat, etc. Next definition is thermodynamic equilibrium. It is defined as a system in which the macroscopic properties do not undergo any change with time. Then that system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. That is the macroscopic properties such as pressure, temperature, volume, which does not change with time. So that system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. Next definition is chemical equilibrium. A system is said to be in chemical equilibrium if the chemical composition of various systems remains constant. Next definition is thermodynamic process. It is defined as the operation by which the thermodynamic system changes from one state to another is called a thermodynamic process. That is, by considering any operation, the state of a system changes from one state to another. Such operation is called as thermodynamic process. Depending upon the condition, 5 different types of thermodynamic process are recognized. They are, first one, isothermal process. Its name includes, iso means constant, thermal means temperature. That is, it is defined as a process in which although heat enters or leaves the system, yet the temperature of the system remains constant throughout the process. Such a system is called as isothermal process. Isothermal processes are often carried out by placing the system in a thermostat. For isothermal process, the change in the temperature dT is equal to 0. Next process is adiabatic process. A process during which no heat enters or leaves the system during any step of the process is known as adiabatic process. Adiabatic processes are often carried out in a closed and insulated containers such as thermos bottle. So, for adiabatic process, the change in the heat dQ is equal to 0. Next process is isobaric process. Its name includes that here in this process pressure remains constant. So it is defined as a process during which pressure of the system remains constant throughout the reaction is known as isobaric process. For example, heating of water to its boiling point and its vaporization takes place at the same atmospheric pressure. So here pressure remains constant, hence such process is known as isobaric process. For an isobaric process, the change in the pressure dP is equal to 0. Isochoric process. Its name includes that it takes place at constant volume. So it is defined as a process during which volume of the system remains constant throughout the reaction is known as isochoric process. For example, heating of substance in a non-expanding chamber, then the volume of the gas remains constant. So for such process, the change in the volume dV is equal to 0. Cyclic process. A process during which the system come to its initial state through a number of different processes is called a cyclic process. That is, a process starts at a particular point and then after undergoing many changes then comes to its initial position. So, such process is known as cyclic process. For cyclic processes, the change in internal energy and change in enthalpy both are equal to 0. Next definition is reversible and irreversible processes. First I am explaining reversible processes. The reversible processes are such that it is carried out infinitesimally slowly and at any stage the equilibrium is not disturbed in reversible process. So reversible process takes infinite time for completion. Next point is the work obtained in this process is maximum. Next I am explaining the irreversible process. Irreversible process, it is carried out rapidly. In this process, the equilibrium may exist only after the completion of the process. Irreversible process takes a finite time for completion. And the work obtained in this process is not maximum. So finally, reversible process can occur infinitesimally slowly while irreversible process not carried out infinitesimally slowly. So work done in reversible process is maximum, work done in irreversible process is not maximum. Reversible process is only a imaginary process, unreal process. Irreversible process are real process. Next definition is work and heat. Mechanical work is defined as the displacement of the system with the application of a force. So here work also given as pressure volume work or PV work or expansion work, which is given by the formula W is equal to minus P delta V. Next definition is heat. Heat is mode of energy exchanged between the system and surroundings. It is represented by a letter Q. Its units are calories or joules. Next definition is internal energy. The energy associated with every substance is known as internal energy. It is designated by the letter E. The change in internal energy accompanying a chemical or physical process is represented by delta E is equal to E2 minus E1. Since internal energy itself is not important, specifically important, the change in internal energy is a specific importance because it is a state function. It depends on the initial and final states. So change in internal energy is given by E2 minus E1. Next definition is state function and path functions. First of all, I am explaining the state functions. The variables which are determined by the initial and final states of the system only and not by the path followed are called state functions. Examples for these are temperature, mass, pressure, volume, internal energy, entropy, free energy, enthalpy and work function. That is, these properties depends upon initial and final states but not on the path followed. So these variables are known as state variables or state functions. Next, path function. A thermodynamic variable, the change in the value of which during a process depends upon the path followed is known as a path function. Examples for this are heat and work. That is, in these variables, these does not depends upon the initial and final states but these depends upon the path of the reaction. So, these are known as path functions. These are the list of reference books for this unit.